Have you ever wondered what protections exist for Americans accused of a crime? The right to a trial by jury dates back to the Magna Carta, a 13th century legal document written in England. This principle traveled across the Atlantic with the first English colonists who arrived in North America. But over a century later, many US patriots believed British rule was unjust, in part for violating the right to a trial by jury. After creating the new republic, some argued that new and expanded protections for those accused of crimes needed to be added to the Constitution. So what were these protections? Let's take a look at the Sixth Amendment. The Sixth Amendment to the Constitution ensures that those accused of a crime have the right to a fair and speedy trial in front of an impartial jury where the crime was allegedly committed, be informed of the nature of the criminal charges, have the ability to confront witnesses and obtain their testimony about the charges, and representation by an attorney. It supports the principle of limited government, protects individual liberty, and upholds justice. In practice, the Sixth Amendment helps prevent the US government from keeping people incarcerated without proving their guilt, having an unfair advantage in prosecution by presenting secret witnesses, or forcing individuals to defend themselves without the benefit of expert legal advice. Unfortunately, throughout US history, these rights have not always been protected. During the period of Jim Crow segregation, Black Americans were not able to obtain a trial by an impartial jury. And sometimes crimes committed by whites against blacks were not prosecuted at all. Over the course of the 20th century, the Supreme Court has ruled on cases defining the protection of the Sixth. For example, in Gideon v. Wainwright, it ruled that the government must provide a public defender for the accused who could not afford an attorney. But it's not just the Sixth Amendment that protects the rights of the accused. In Mapp v. Ohio, the court upheld the Fourth Amendment by preventing law enforcement from using illegally obtained evidence at trial. And the court's decision in Miranda v. Arizona protected the Fifth Amendment by mandating that the police read a suspect their constitutional rights. The Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth Amendments are a crucial part of the foundation for the rule of law, equality, and justice. Why is it important that the rights of the accused are protected?